Decided I would do some engine cleaning here. Let's see if I can set the phone up there for you guys so you can watch. So this is the 73 Beetle. Doing like a preliminary clean on here. This thing's gonna need a serious clean. I'm using this Castrol Super Clean. Honestly, normally I use Simple Green. This is a stronger cleaner, and this car is pretty nasty underneath. I doubt it's ever been cleaned. So normally I would say do this when your engine is a little bit warm, not hot, but a little bit warm. It's going to help loosen things up. I already did an oil change on here. I've got this crazy baling wire. I don't know what it's doing. It's connected here, here. It's also back over here. That's something we're going to figure out at a later date. Just wanted to get under here, do a little bit of cleaning, because I'm going to be sticking this thing in the garage, and I don't want it leaking all over the place. I'm going to have to get my pressure washer out here though for this, because this thing's pretty bad. So for right now, we're just going to be using the regular hose. Just a couple brushes. Something you want to do too with your car, you want to make sure that you keep it as clean as you can. It's going to help you find oil leaks. This Castrol clean is pretty strong. It's burning my throat. That's what I like about the Simple Green, is it's 100% biodegradable, and although it has a strong odor, it's not something that burns you. Trying to get in here on the push rod tubes. I see a lot of grunge in here. These are areas where VWs leak a lot. Normally, number one, it's on the sump plate. Also, the main seal in the back here. That's a spot for them to leak. Push rod tubes, oil cooler. Sometimes you'll see it here in the front, the oil pump. A lot of different areas where they can leak. Seems like there's actually more oil on the outskirts than there is on the actual engine. But I don't have a lot of time to do this whole thing. But I was out here, figured I would show you guys. Straight back into my face, guys. I got a complete shower here. You guys are probably gonna get a shower with me. Not sure what you guys are seeing, but you see where it's sprayed on the pans here. It's actually taking the undercoating off. If you do this regularly on your car, it's going to be a lot easier to determine if you have any leaks anywhere. I think you guys got all splashed too. Clean it off a little bit. Sorry guys, obviously I can't see your comments when I'm doing this in here, but light a little bit because we're getting all wet. Everybody's getting wet. Everything's getting wet. A second shower here. Maybe a third shower in a little bit. Clean out our brush here. Our big scrub brush. Making a big mess on my driveway. Normally I would say if you're gonna clean your engine, if you've got a car wash that's close by, that's probably the first place I would take it. Take it to the car wash, and you can do this right in their bays, and they have, most of them have recycling machines to recycle the water, the dirty water. Now, obviously, cleaning this over your driveway in your yard, you know, you've got a lot of oil and grease that's gonna get in your grass. Wet again under here. Okay. Now I can see your comments here. All right, so we got Kentwood Living, Neely Kruger, I'm sorry, looking sideways. Jason Games, Elvis, the King Penguin. All right. So let's take a look here with the light. You can see we got a good bit of that oil and grease off. Still have much to do. There's a lot down here. You know, the level of detail that you decide to go is really up to you. This is something that's going to be a daily driver and you're not really worried about it. You don't have to get too crazy under here. But again, the main purpose for doing this is really to determine where your car is leaking. To clean off all this old grease and oil, you're going to be able to see fresh spots. And obviously our goal is to eliminate leaks wherever we can. If we got leaks at the pushrod tubes up in here, that's going to require us pulling the engine out to reseal. You know, again, typically we leak here. That's the oil sump plate or the seal in the back behind that plate. Sometimes here where the oil pump is. Valve cover gasket's another area where they leak. I'll get back up in here with the higher pressure washer and I'll do a better job cleaning it. And I'll show you guys a little bit more another time. But it's really not too bad. The engine wasn't completely caked. I honestly think there's probably more around other areas of the car than there is here. You can see that CV joint there. There's a big batch of grease hanging off the side. That's where I got sprayed in the face when I sprayed that. But you want to check your boots, see if they're torn. On this car, you've got two on each side. Got ones up in here, it's kind of hard to see. If those boots are torn, a lot of times the grease is going to come out, and then your CV joints are going to be dry, and eventually they are going to go bad. I can tell you here, just looking, if you look right there, you can see the brake, your bleeder valve for your rear wheel cylinder right there. See, it's all nice and shiny on here, so chances are that wheel cylinder is not that old. Right here at the other side, same thing with that one. It's shiny as well. So these were probably replaced. Who knows how long ago? I don't know. This car does also have the caps here, those little black plastic things that you see. That's so you can adjust the rear drum brakes. A lot of times those are missing. Those are like little dust caps in there. And you can see this CV joint here is pretty greasy. A lot of grease built up on it. These hoses here are the AC lines. Again, this car had AC in it at one time. We get kind of a better look at the floors. This is the passenger side here. Battery area, looks like we got some rust towards the front of the battery. Pretty typical on these old Volkswagens. And like I mentioned earlier, we've got this crazy wire up here that we're gonna have to figure out why it's here. You can already see this bolt is missing, or screw to hold this on. But who knows? When you're dealing with a used car and you have no history on it, you just gotta go one step at a time. You gotta look at everything and determine what's going on. So we still have a lot of work to do on this. Eventually, we'll get it up in the air and we'll be able to check out more on it. But probably my next course of action on here will be inspecting the front end. I've got to see what we got going on there. It's a little bit wonky. We have to see what kind of work we need for it. So, uh-oh. This isn't good. Looky here, guys. This seal, I don't know how it ended up a fall down here from washing it, but this should be the seal for the engine tin behind the engine, way up back in here, which I didn't even spray behind there. Not sure how this fell out. It may have, when I was working on the car, I had to loosen up the fan shroud to change the intake manifold boot. So this may have somehow wedged itself out. So we're gonna have to save that in a box. Man, we didn't have it anymore. But this should not be falling out. That tin that this goes around should be nice and tight. Should not be falling out. And then you can see the seal is still pretty pliable. It's not the best, but it's not brittle. But it's not something that's needed for the car to function. It's just there to help seal the air in the engine tin. Let's see if I could kind of show you where it is, or where it goes. All right, if you look back in here, you really can't see it, but that seal, if you look right where that tube is going through, that's the fuel line. Right behind that, you see that metal piece. That's actually where that seal goes on the top, and it looks like they had one right there in the bottom where it exits that tin. So apparently it came off there. That's what we're looking at. Eventually I'll get in here and I'll detail this a little bit better. Looks okay, but could use a little more cleaning and detailing. When I first got the car, I did a preliminary clean in here, replaced a lot of the hoses and all. But try to get things looking as nice as they can. I was gonna actually wash the cars, but we were running out of light here. And appreciate everybody who tuned in and watched. Thanks for your comments and thumbs up. And I'll catch you again soon. So y'all have a great rest of the day or evening, depending on where you are. Well, doesn't want to shut off, so maybe because he got water. You guys are stuck with me. Doesn't look like we can shut the camera off. All right, well, since you're stuck with me for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and set this here. And we'll pick up. All right. We're gonna move this baby out of the way. Still have to do a carb adjustment on this. She definitely runs a lot better now. Oh, and there goes the center cap. Okay, there we go. We got 2 beetles here. I think I'll do a quick wash on them. We still got a lot of pollen coming down over here. These 2 were sitting out by the tree. I needed to get them clean before I got them into the garage. Let's see if I can shut this off this time. It doesn't look like it can for whatever reason. The entire phone is locked. All right, we're gonna see what we can do. All right, looks like now it's working. You guys have a great night. I see. Let's see. All right, so we got Caven, $100 on the oil cooler. Oh, you think it's leaking from the oil cooler seals? It's entirely possible. One of the things that's a good thing to mention is because if you